What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I do my 10,000 steps today. Midtown, getting around. I want to get right into this topic, man. It's about these BBLs that ladies are getting. You know, some of the things I've heard are a little comical. Some not so much. Some are a bit alarming. You know, I heard of this one lady. I was looking at the story. She got a BBL and she ended up paralyzed behind it. I seen her. She was in a wheelchair. She was talking with her lawyer about the situation. She said that she went there, you know, did the consultation, everything. Everything seemed good. She went ahead and got the procedure done, and she was out. She said when she woke up, she could not feel her legs. Now, man, I don't even know how we get there. Like, to be honest with you, I don't. How do we go from getting, you know, a Brazilian butt lift to being paralyzed? How does that even take place? She said she woke up and couldn't feel her legs, man. What is up with that? So I don't know if this situation is reversible. It looks like she really is without the use of her legs now. And that's just truly tragic because, man, some of these surgeries, they're unnecessary. You know, they're unnecessary because these things are like optional. Now, if you got a bit of a flat booty, I get it. You know, women want to have a bit of a booty, especially sisters. So I understand. But doing some lunges and some squats goes a long way. You know, you might not end up with that dump truck, but you can, you know, have a nice, natural, shapely rear to where you're not putting yourself at risk of some sort of, you know, irreversible traumas. So there's that woman. And I seen some other horror stories. I seen one, the lady was talking about she was in a ton of pain. You know, she woke up, it was just hurting and hurting and hurting. All right, she was in a ton of pain behind this, and that don't sound right. I mean, I know when you have some surgeries, there's going to be some discomfort, but I've never heard of someone getting a BBL and having the excruciating pain that this young lady was talking about. Looking over here at the DIA, I might go up them steps for a second. I don't think I've ever been on them steps, so yeah, we can go on them steps now. Anyway, she said that she was in a lot of pain, and I don't know what they did for her. I think they might have just numbed her up, like hoping that it would pass. The numbing wore off, and she was still, you know, experiencing what she was experiencing. It's just, oh, it says, please keep off the stairs. You know, all right. I'm not going to go on the steps because that's what the sign says, but I be seeing people over here on these steps all the time because people be over here taking wedding photos and stuff. But I'm not going to go on this time, as I were. Another young lady that I saw, she was talking about how she had fluid oozing from her rear. So for the BBLs, I've been told that there's a couple different ways that they go about doing them. I've heard that they take, you know, fat from the stomach and then put it back there. I've also been told that they'll just inject your rear with some sort of liquid, you know. And when you're taking things, you know, substances that are not meant to come in contact with the human body, and injecting yourself with them, you do run the risk that there's going to be some really bad outcome with that. So just understand this sort of stuff. If you're a woman that's considering getting some sort of BBL, I hope this message reaches you, and you might think differently about doing that. Because at the end of the day, many of us guys, we don't really like those anyway. You know, they look silly to us. You know, some guys do like them, but I think in many cases, the type of guys that do like them are the very type of guys that I hear women say that they don't want. So if you have men saying, we don't really like these, and y'all just keep getting them anyway, who are you getting them for? You know, I've heard the claim be made that women do all these surgeries for the sake of men. You know, it's our fault because they're doing it for male gaze. But if we're telling you we don't like these things and you do them anyway, you're not doing them for male gaze, because we've made it clear that we're not really a fan of these things. So just be careful out there. I don't recommend getting these sorts of surgeries anyway, but if you are going to get them, use somebody that has a history of good results. I mean, you can see who gets good results and who doesn't, because the internet is full of horror stories and telling you don't go to this person, don't go to that person. So you can find out pretty easily who's gonna get you together and who isn't. I seen one lady that was talking about she got to get a bunch of her surgeries reversed because by age 22, I think she said she had like 8 cosmetic surgeries, and now she regrets doing that because different things that she enjoyed doing before she can't do now. She didn't really go into detail about what those things are, but this didn't sound good at all, y'all. And I'm trying to think of what else. Let's see. As I said, there was the one lady that was talking about, you know, fluid was oozing from her. That's not normal, y'all. That is not normal. I've heard of shortly after the surgery, you know, you kind of secreting something. But if we're talking about 3, 4, 5 weeks later, when you should be mostly healed and you're still leaking something, that's not normal, that's not good, and y'all need to go see about yourselves immediately. I got a group of OGs over there going past, just having themselves a good old spirited convo, in case y'all was wondering what that racket was. And then this one is kind of funny, you know, to a certain extent. Oh boy, listen to that clunker. We knew some noise was coming eventually, right? The noise always finds me. So there it is. Y'all got it. The noise for this video. But I've also seen many reports of the BBLs having a foul smell behind them. You know, I mean, that could be a number of things. The most common answer that I've seen for it, though, is that they're not used to having that dump truck. So they're not used to doing the type of cleaning that they need to in order to, you know, be scent-free, odor-free. So, you know, I mean, I know this one woman that said she had got a BBL. She said she just mostly like soaks in the tub now until she like gets used to having to, you know, clean the extra meat back there. So I mean, there's ways around it, but the worst story that I heard was a guy that was saying he met some chick, you know, they went to a Lakers game, and afterwards, you know, she like, what you want to do? And he said, let's go back to my place, get a nightcap. So they go there, so they get to, you know, doing this and that, clothes coming off, and he said she got on his bed and started twerking that BBL, and he said this smell hit his nose that felt like an assault on his nose. And you know, he said he tried to put it as gently as possible, but he said to her like, hey, you know, it's been a long day, we've been doing this and that, um, you know, you're not smelling so nice down there, so you might want to get in the shower and freshen up a bit. He said she looked really embarrassed. I mean, as I would imagine that she was, because I mean, come on now, like, no woman wants to be told she ranked down there. No woman wants to be told that. So I'm sure she was embarrassed, but he's trying to be as gentle as possible. But, you know, I mean, there's no real gentle way to tell her, you know, hey, the box is funky, girl. You need to get in the shower. There's no gentle way to put that. But he said, you know, she got in there, got out, he ended up clapping cheeks and stuff. So, you know, I mean, it can't have a happy ending dealing with a chick with a BBL, but if you're a guy that's just looking for a chick to have a good time with, then her having a BBL probably isn't a deal breaker. But ladies, if you're looking to become somebody's wife, generally guys that are looking for a wife tends to stay away from women with a bunch of cosmetic surgeries. You know, some of these like celebrity guys might go for that, but outside of them, just regular old guys like myself typically aren't looking for women with a bunch of, you know, surgical enhancements, you know, to settle down with. So it's just a FYI, you know. But yeah, this BBL situation, man, you know, it was like funny for a while, but it's not so funny right now, man. Stuff getting out of hand, because I'm seeing the more women that get them, the more horror stories that I'm starting to see attached to them. I mean, before, people denied that the BBLs even had a bad smell. They claimed that's not true, that's just incels hating and whatnot. But now you got women coming out saying it too. So when it was just guys saying it, it was just haters and incels. But now women are saying it too. They smelling other women or whatever. So the whole incel claim doesn't seem to be ringing true anymore. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna leave it here on this topic, man. This one's, again, it used to be a funny thing, you know, oh, BBL, ha ha ha, but I don't like hearing about people getting injured doing this sort of stuff, man. These surgeries, they just not worth it. And the cheaper the surgeries, the more reckless the surgeon is. Because now, you know, these surgeries, these different, you know, the boob jobs, the BBLs and stuff. There's a bee by me. Let me get to walking. That's my cue to go. But these BBLs and boob jobs and stuff, these tummy tucks, they're way cheaper to get now than they used to be. And as a result, the quality of the work seems to have taken a nosedive as well, because they want to get as many women in and out of there, as many women on and off that table as they possibly can. So when you're trying to do something fast, efficiency, you know, drops. Corners get cut. You know, safety is usually compromised. So just keep this sort of stuff in mind. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it here, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thumbs up this video, subscribe. Later.